And how long has food been filling the void?
All my life, basically. I've always used food as a crutch. It's comforting. It's relaxing. It can be fun. It can be happiness. Excitement. All of that rolled into one. That's how I feel sometimes when I'm eating.
I can relate to two things that you're saying. One is eating. When I went away to school when I was 16, I moved out when I was 15, I started binge eating. And it really comforted me. And it's amazing how it healed my anxiety, it seemed like. It was like, it would just focus on that.
Right.
It was like this little hole I'd fall into, and I would just focus on eating, and it was never about being hungry. It was always about calming my anxiety down and trying to fill it. And then I'd be so full. I related so much to eating that frosting, by the way. That was me. I could go through things of frosting.
Wow.
Frozen cake. In the freezer, I'd be chipping it off with a butter knife, just trying to eat it frozen. The other thing I relate to is going from crisis to crisis and surviving. And when suddenly I don't have to survive and focus on fixing and holding everything together, I felt like I was just lost and I had no point.
Exactly.
Feels
I
like
have nothing now, That's how I feel. I feel hopeless. I feel less than. I feel unimportant, ugly at times, unloved, all of that.
And it's really interesting to hear you talk about this because as a mom, I can relate. And the interesting thing that I think about is I hear everything that you've overcome. The homelessness, the get in the apartment, the girl, you a truck driver. I mean, these are not easy things to do. You have raised 2 children who are headed to college. This is commendable. This is commendable. So the part that I wonder for you is, I wonder how come there's the disconnect between what you've overcome and the celebration.
I don't know what to do with myself. Like I said, I drive over all 48 states, so that was my life. My children and truck driving. That's it, that's all. So for me to try to celebrate, it's like, celebrate what? What am I gonna do now? I don't have any friends, really. I don't have a boyfriend or a man or a husband or anything, so.
What do you think's keeping you from that? From friends and a boyfriend?
Not knowing how to interact, being in that truck for hours and days on, weeks on end. Just
So
me in the road.
I heard 2 parts there. I heard not knowing how to interact, and then I heard busy.
Yeah.
Which one would you say leads?
Not knowing how to interact.
Yeah.
Not being able, like I said, I feel like I have low self-esteem, so I don't feel like I can fit in anywhere. I'm a truck driver, Who wants to, I don't know.
Well, you came to the right place, I'll tell you that, okay?
Okay.
So we got you, we got you. You came to the right place. So let's take a moment, okay? Let's take a moment. Coming up, both of Misti's children are here. We're going to meet them next when we come back. So you came to the right place. Coming up.
Johnny, what are you worried about? What scares you the most?
What scares me most is that I might lose you, Mom.
Not gonna lose me.
We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.